welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing this look right here. Something super pretty, perfect for every occasion, and it's super basic, and I love a basic look. I hope you enjoy it and keep on watching. I'm going to be starting off with my Cover FX gripping primer. This stuff, oh, it's so good. I love this stuff. I tried the Milk Hydro Grip one, but that one broke me out. I am currently so broke out right now, so ignore my skin. It's freaking out. Me and my skin are not friends today. I'm going to be starting with my gripping primer by Cover FX. Now this primer is very sticky, so if you have a long day ahead of you and you need that makeup to last all day, girl, get you the Cover FX gripping primer. This gripping primer is so good. For my foundation, I am going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This foundation is the best. I used to hate it though. When I tried this foundation out, I hated it so much. And I really don't know why, because I love this stuff. It looks so good on the skin. It lasts all day long. Your makeup is going to last through that long shift at work or whatever you need to. I'm a mixer. I mix all my foundations. I mix shades. I mix different foundations together. But today I'm going to be mixing two shades, 400 and 425. So I'm like out of this one. This one, I haven't even opened this one. This foundation is pretty liquidy, but the coverage is very buildable. It's beautiful on the skin, and I think you guys will really like it. If you haven't tried it, you should definitely try this foundation. I love it. Now, I will warn you, it oxidizes pretty badly, so be careful with that because you have been warned. But you can sheer this foundation out. You can build it up to super full coverage. It's honestly kind of what works best for you. So just bring this down my neck. Oh my god. If you subscribe to my channel, subscribe because I am a complete weirdo. So just subscribe for only that reason only. You will not be disappointed. All right, so now that you have your foundation blended, for concealer, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This stuff is awesome. I love it. I am like scraping this though. I'm using the shade Fair Warm, so. Just going to blend that out. You can put less if this is too much concealer for you. Usually I do put less. I know. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. I will put more if I need more. If I'm feeling like man, I just didn't get sleep. Now I go probably like a shade or two lighter than my foundation. Their shades are kind of weird, so I just kind of picked one, but this will be fine. I also put some on my nose and some up here. Another concealer I really like is the Dose of Colors concealer. This one's really good. This one's more matte though, but it will last you all day. Like it's really nice. You don't have to, if you are the person that doesn't like to set your concealers, that's a really good concealer to not set. You won't have any problems with it, but I'm using the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. Just contour my cheekbones. I prefer this to be a little cooler, but this is what I have and this is what I have to work with. If I have something I'm going to use the product up, I'm not gonna waste it and throw it away, so. And I'm just blending this out with my e.l.f. sponge. I think this is the Total Face sponge. I love this thing. When I first got it, I was kind of iffy about it because it's so like, I don't know, the sponge is weird. It's almost like porous, like it has like big pores on it. You'll see, if you've ever tried it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I love this sponge. Bought a couple of these sponges because I just can't live without them. adding a little structure to my skin, a little more warmth back to my skin. I added a little bit under my nose. I don't really contour my nose, but I want it to kind of get cut off at the bottom. Like, I want it to look lifted, and I don't really want it to extend any further. So I always put it on the bottom part of my nose. If you want to contour your nose with the hula or powder or whatever you want, you can do that. So I am just patting my creases out on my under eyes because I crease so fast. No matter what concealer I use, I will crease. So I just patted those out. I'm using my Hourglass translucent veil. What is this called? My Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. This stuff is great. If you have dry skin but you still want to set your face, this powder is beautiful. I don't get flashback. It looks beautiful in pictures and I just love it. I always apply just a light layer because I am dry, but I do want to be set. So I just will dip into that powder and then I will tap it on the back of my hand. Because I don't want too much product, but I still want to lock that concealer into place. Going to be setting that, and then I will do the same thing, tap it on the back of my hand, and I will go over my nose. Now, I don't really set my whole face. I go with powders for like my bronzer and all that good stuff, so I don't really feel the need to set my whole face. It lasts, with this foundation, it lasts all day without me setting it, so I will go ahead and set my eyelids because my eyelids do crease pretty bad. Again, tapping it off. So now that you have your T-zone set, what I do is go with 2 different bronzers. I know I'm extra, I can't help it. Today I'm just gonna be doing a drugstore, well, both of these are drugstore bronzers. I am going to be using the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade 1 Sunlight. So it just looks like this. And I'm also gonna be using my Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do not think this is a deep bronzer. To me, that's like medium skin tone range. I'm going to go in with my, I think this is a BH Cosmetics brush, just an angled brush. Whatever angled brush you have will work. I also have this one I love from Morphe. It's the M523. It's just like a contour brush. It's very slim, kind of domed, but I'm just using this today. I use this for my bronzer every time. So I just kind of pounce. I don't really rub. I more pounce and kind of like go in a circular motion when I do. Just tapping, going in little circular motions, because I don't want to disturb what we got going on underneath. Setting down that cream contour bronzer that we got going on. I want to kind of make my forehead look not so big, so I always add bronzer up here. If you have a smaller forehead, you don't have to do this. Totally up to you. You could do it a little bit if you want. I really kind of go ham in there because I am not a huge fan of my forehead. And I also take that bronzer and I put it on the nose. And I just kind of tap over it. Like I said, I don't swipe because when I swipe, that foundation says goodbye. I just kind of tap over it. And that's pretty much it for my bronzer. If you want to go over it again, you can, to try to blend it out a little more. Just kind of go in circular tapping motions. For blush, I am going to be using my Rimmel Maxi Blush in the I'm going to be using my Rimmel Maxi Blush in the shade Sweet Cheeks. It is kind of like a peachy coral orangey color. That's a great description. It's pretty orangey. I really like it, especially for summer. I just think it looks very summery and cute. So I'm going to be taking that with a E4 by Morphe. I love this brush. The handle is very sleek and I just love it. It reminds me of a paintbrush. So I'm just tapping that, tapping off the extra. I also, when I'm doing my bronzer, I like to tap off the extra too, because I don't want a whole lot on my brush, because things can get crazy. So I kind of use what I dipped in. I just kind of dipped in twice and then went. And I'm using that for both sides of my face because I don't want to be too crazy with the blush because it can get crazy. I also take this on my nose a little bit. Try not to swipe. I usually pat and do light pat motions. Just kind of make it a little sunburn. If you need to go over it and try to help melt that into your skin, you can take your sponge and just kind of blend those together. So now that you have your blush and bronzer on, it's time for the star of the show. It's the highlighter. I love highlighters. I love to look glowy, but I also kind of like to look glowy from within. I feel like highlighters is one of those things that's personal preference. You either love the glow or you just kind of want to look natural. I love both. I'm one of those people that really likes to be bam in your face, or I like to be a little more subtle. So today I'm just going kind of for something in the middle of the road. I am using my Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter. This stuff, oh God, it's so beautiful. This is my favorite highlighter, I think, because you can make it look a little more natural, or you could really punch you in the face with it. Like, it is blinding, but it is beautiful. Look at this beautifulness. Oof, I feel like that will look good on so many skin tones. And it's just gorgeous. I love it. Give it to me. I want all of it. And I am going to be using a mystery brush because I got this in an Ipsy bag a long time ago, but it's beautiful and I love it. It's just tiny. Well, it's not tiny. It's just a little dome thing. A little something fits right there. So I'm just going to be taking that Anastasia and just kind of, it's going to be hitting the tops of my cheekbones. And I'm using a very light pressure. I'm going over my brow bone and just kind of in this little C-shape area. And I'm taking it kind of far down on my cheeks because when I smile, I want that to kind of hit the light. So just kind of got that. It looks pretty and it's not natural. Don't get me wrong, it's not natural, but it's just pretty. We're just gonna leave it at that, just pretty. So if you want a really, really nice highlighter, it is expensive. I think it's still available. At one point they didn't have it and then they had it again. I'm not sure if it's still available, but if it is, I'll link it below. Beautiful. Top of the cheekbones and this little C area. On my brow bone, I'm bringing it right here. Just kind of in the center of the face, but not in the center of the face. But we're gonna take a little more. I hit the tip of my nose. Now you can use a smaller brush with this. I'm just lazy and I need to get out the door. So I'm not gonna be too precise with this. I'm just gonna hit the little tippity toppity of my nose. Just a little doop, 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 doop. You can add some up here just to kind of help lift that brow, bring some light to your face. All good to go. So if that is too blinding for you and you need to back that down just a little bit and you're like, hey, this highlighter is too much, girl, you recommended too much, I am more natural, I'm more basic, girl, I got you. Just go over it with your sponge and blend that into your skin. Now after we have all of our powders on our face, we're going to set this bitch down. I use the Morphe. Did you see that? Did you see that catch? You probably didn't see that catch. I kind of like, yeah. I'm gonna break something. I need to stop. I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This stuff is bomb. I have gone through so many of these. I will repurchase time and time and time again. I want to wear this on my wedding day, which is coming up October 10th. I am so excited. I cannot wait to wear this during my wedding day because it melts all of your powders. You go crazy on your powders and you need to melt that shit into your skin, use this. Ooh, thank me later. If you don't have it, please, 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 if anything in this video, see, all the products are really good in this video. If you don't have any of these products, you need to get them because all of them are really good. Anyways, if you don't have this, please invest in it. It's only like, I think like 16 bucks or something. It's so good, worth it. But look at this fine mist. Oh, so good. Just gonna bathe in it. So I like to set twice. You don't have to. I'm extra. It's fine. Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Spray. This stuff's pretty good. It doesn't increase in longevity too much, but it does help a little bit. So do a little light spray. I need to get out the door. I am taking too damn long. It's because I'm talking. This makeup really doesn't take me long at all. Maybe like 25-30 minutes. But if I'm in a hurry, I can get this makeup done and done. Like, it does not take me long at all. So if you have any creasing, pat your creases out with your sponge. I am not doing eyeshadow today. I am just going to be doing bronzer. Now, when I am on the go, I just want to look put together, and I've gotten so many compliments when I just do this look, and I'm like, girl, it's just bronzer. Like, you can do this. It doesn't take a genius. It doesn't take a lot of skill, and I love doing it. This is my go-to. All these products are what I do when I am like, I just need to look good. I need to look put together. I know these products work for me. Let's do this. So I'm going to be using a Morphe 4451. Just looks like this. It's kind of small, not too big. It's just like a good size blending brush. If you need a good blending brush, I highly recommend this one. 441. So I'm going to be taking my butter bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer again, swirling that in my bronzer, tapping off the extra, and I'm going to be going into my crease. Put it in your crease. You can be so messy with this. You do not have to be precise at all. I just kind of slap it on, honestly. I don't take a lot of time with this, especially when I'm on the go. I just run it in that crease. This is just an easy way to make yourself look put together, like you tried, like you put in effort, and really it didn't take no time at all. I get so many questions on how to do this makeup look, and I'm like, girl, you can do this look. Like, it's so easy. They're like, oh, I like your eyeshadow. It's like, baby, this is beginner stuff. Like, this isn't hard. I also take a E17 little tiny brush, and I will also run that bronzer on my lower lash line. I crease so bad under here, so I love making sure I have eyeshadow or some kind of bronzer under here to kind of camouflage all that creasing and all those little cracks and crevices. I'm just running that on my lower lash line. Highlight. I take whatever highlighter you want. I always see I'm extra, but I'm so basic at the same time. Why am I like this? Okay, so I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill palette. And this first shade, I don't know what this is, in light, and I also use Beam. I'm using this little tiny brush. I got this from BH Cosmetics. It's just this little tiny guy. It's perfect though. I love it. I'm just taking a mixture of those two and putting them into my inner corner just to brighten up the eye a little bit. Adding it on the inner corners. So add just a little bit up here. Not a lot, just a tiny little bit. And next for the brows, I really don't do anything. Everyone's like, what do you do to your brows? I'm like, girl, I don't do anything to my brows. I have pretty good brows. I am blessed. I have good brows and eyelashes. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks, Dad. My dad has great eyelashes, so thanks, Dad. But I just go in. My spoolie needs cleaned. Oof, girl. Do as I say, not as I do. Clean your brushes. I just spoolie through those brows to make sure there is no foundation, there's no powder, there's no nothing on them and just kind of get them in the general shape that I want. So they are ready for brow gel, which is what I'm doing next. I have this little tiny guy from Benefit. It's a 24-hour brow setter. I also have the big one. It's empty though. But I have gone through probably about 2 of these, 2 or 3 of these. They're so good. Oh, this is like, I don't even know. This is like super glue for your brows. My brows are crazy, so I have to glue them down. And this product's perfect for that. So I want to invest in some tinted brow gel because I have good brows. I really don't want to add to them too much. I just want to make sure they're slicked down. So I'm going to have to try their tinted brow gel, see if I like it, because I love their clear one. I might like their tinted one a little better. So do whatever you do for your brows. I can't give you a brow tutorial because this is what I do. It seriously takes me like 30 seconds to do my brows. Nothing crazy. I just recommend you use the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit because that brow gel is A+. Highly recommend. So now all I'm going to do is put on mascara. I'm going to be using my Roller Lash by Benefit. They just have some really good products. I love them. So just gonna be using my Roller Lash. Don't mind my handle, it is dirty. I have a new one, but I just don't want to open it. But this one's perfectly good. The handle's just not cute. If you want a tight line, you can do that too. I also add just a little bit mascara to my bottom lashes. If you get mascara on your lids, pro tip, I'm not a pro, it's fine. If you get mascara on your lids, make sure you let it dry first. That's the easiest way to get off. Let that bitch dry. Do not try to scrape that off or get that off when it is wet still. It's easier to just let it dry. Take your spoolie and scrape it off. Just kind of go, and then you could take your brush that you put that bronzer on with and go back over it. So I never put lipstick on. I'm so basic. I just put tinted lip balm on. It's my favorite thing to do. I'm so low maintenance that I don't want to be reapplying lipstick all day. And I want it to be able to wear off if I'm eating. I want to look put together, but I don't want to have to put and reapply my lipstick throughout the day. So I just like putting a tinted lip balm on. My favorite is Burt's Bees. It's so good. I think this one's hibiscus. They have many shades, but I like this one because it adds a little tint to it without it being too much. So this is it, guys. This is the makeup I do when I'm going to work, when I'm going shopping, when I am going on a date with my man. This is my go-to makeup look, and it's something that's very pretty and still looks like, girl, you look good today, but I didn't want to make it too complicated. I want to get on that date with my man, so I just throw this makeup on. It takes me about 20-25 minutes, maybe 30, depending on how slow I'm being that day, and I am good to go. So this is my go-to and I love it. I feel so pretty today, and I hope you guys try this makeup look out and is like, girl, you are right. I trust you now. I'm going to subscribe because this shit right here is bomb, and I hope you guys like it. I hope this look makes you feel good today, and if it does, like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you like it. This is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked hanging out with me, subscribe to my channel. Come back for more videos. I will be doing more like this, and that's it. I gotta go. I got stuff to do today, so I'm out of here, but I hope you guys have a great day and just be basically you. Bye, guys.